General arrested for 12 billion naira NDDC contract scam, $17 million wire fraud, proposed burning down Commission's headquarters to cover fraud. In 3 years, Brigadier General Charles Nengite, seconded from the Army headquarters to the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, got over 12 billion naira in contracts from the agency, wired $17 million to his wife's account in the United States, pointblanknews.com investigations revealed. Besides, the general connived with Christopher, son of a former managing director of the NDDC, Nelson Briambafa, and laundered $5 million in a deal entered with MTN Nigeria, sources familiar with the deal disclosed. According to NDDC officials, Nengites, the Army General, was a strategic think tank member of the Commission's leadership and helped Nsima Ikere and Nelson Briambafa, former managing directors, to loot the intervention agency. One source disclosed that no sooner was Nengite seconded from the Nigerian Army to the NDDC than top officials became confused on how to relate with the serving military officer. After chains of meetings, the leadership of the NDDC decided to designate him a consultant. This, it was gathered, was to be able to accommodate the general in the Commission's financial book. Once designated consultant, General Ngite used his position to bag several contracts ranging from emergency road repairs, water, hyacinth clearing jobs. In 3 years, he had collected 12 billion naira from unexecuted contracts. A source familiar with the deals told pointblanknews.com. Other sources confirmed that Nengite was MD Nsimas Ikere's favorite at NDDC. Hence, getting paid for the unexecuted jobs never posed problem. Pointblanknews.com further gathered that prior to Ikere's exit to contest the 2015 governorship election in Akwa Ibom State, at meeting held to appraise his electoral chances and the possible probe of his tenure as MD of NDDC. At this meeting, top officials were alarmed when Nengite suggested that the best option was to burn down the NDDC headquarters and thus destroy all documents that might expose the humongous looting which characterized Ikere's tenure. His suggestions was bizarre. We were stunned that an officer of the law could come up with such devious suggestion to destroy an institution just to cover up looting. It was the most scandalous thing to hear, a source told pointblanknews.com. To pay back Ikere's generosity, the general provided military support for the governorship candidates as well as help procure arms for his politician friends' thugs to snatch ballot boxes and key to ensure victory at all costs. Added another top official, stressing, "I am sure you can recall Ikere's leaked audio conversation with thugs day to the election." After Ikere's exit, Brimbafia was named as acting MD. Nengite had no problem worming his way into the new MD's heart. In no time, he again positioned himself as the think tank chief of the NDDC, according to insiders at the agency. Thereafter, the general befriended son of the new acting MD, Christopher, who doubled as his father's chief of staff. They struck a business relationship. Pointblanknews.com investigation revealed that Nengite and Christopher jointly registered a communications business with which they signed a deal with MTN to stream live videos on MTN carriers for MTN subscribers. The deal reportedly gulped up over $5 million. In 2015, Nengite arrived in the US for a program at a war college in Kalisu, Pennsylvania. In tow was his family. Upon completion studies, the general returned to Nigeria, leaving his family behind in the US, close associates offered. Upon returning to Nigeria and resuming duties at NDDC, General Nengite began wiring thousands of US dollars to his wife's account in the US. Mrs. Nengite, who was yet to regularize her immigration papers and with no known job, started accumulating millions of US dollars in her bank accounts. Bank officials alerted officials of the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI), who swiftly moved in, according to sources. Pointblanknews.com gathered that the investigation led to the discovery that the source of the over $17 million was Brigadier General Ningiti. FBI had no choice than to alert the Nigerian authorities since he is a serving officer of the army, a source confirmed. They informed pointblanknews.com that some senior officials who have been interrogated by army investigators have implicated Ningiti, who is currently being detained. He is expected to be in court martialed and handed over to Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) for prosecution. Highly cerebral General Charles Dalo Ningite is a resource person on critical thinking for the following establishments: National Defense College, University of Abuja, Nigerian Defense Academy, Defense Intelligence College, National Open University of Nigeria, Army War College Nigeria, and Air Force War College. He is also a resource person for the Nigeria Army College of Logistics, Nigeria Army School of Signals, Nigeria Army School of Mechanical and Electrical Engineering, Naval War College, National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Nigeria Army Resource Center, Nigeria Army Armor School, and the American Society for Industrial Security. Apart from being an authority in creative leadership, critical thinking, and judgment, he is a strategist on joint operational planning process, supply chain management, operational level planning process, and negotiations. General Ningite holds a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from the Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, 1994, and a Master of Science degree in Strategic Studies from the United States Army War College in 2016, where he distinguished himself and won several awards. He has authored 4 books on critical thinking and developed several short courses on management and problem solving. From Nembe Council in Bayelsa State, he floored 380 other postgraduate students to emerge top position at the U.S. War College, Calisu, Pennsylvania in 2016, according to information obtained from the college website. General Ningite's performance was the best by any foreigner in 38 years in the college, the information added. In one of several letters conveying his choice for the various awards, the commandant of the college, Major General William Rapp, described Mr. Ningite's performance as arguably one of the best in the international fellows programs at the USAWC. Mr. Raff also said at the graduation ceremony of the college that Nigerians should be proud of Mr. Ningite and his compatriots in the Masters of Strategic Studies class. The breakdown obtained from the school's website indicated that at the graduation of the 2015 class, Colonel Ningite bagged 6 awards for outstanding performance in different courses. He earned the Distinguished Graduate Award reserved for the top 5 fellows in his class of 381 and also the Commandant's Award for Distinction in Research. Ningite also received the USAWC Recognition Award for Innovation in SHARP, Sexual Harassment and Response Program, and articulated a similar paper, I Am Your Friend campaign strategy under the SHARP. SHARP is considered of significant importance to the U.S. Army. Mr. Ningite also received the second Best Speaker Award in the speaking competition in the 2016 class, made up of 302 Americans and 79 other nationals in 73 other countries. The Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army, General Mark Milley, who presided over the ceremony, told the audience that graduates of the college proceeded to occupy strategic leadership positions. USAWC was founded in 1901 to specifically cater for the strategic leadership training needs of the U.S. military. Some of the prominent servicemen who had gone through USAWC are President Muhammadu Buhari, General Collins Powell, Dwight Eisenhower, George Patton, and Norman Schwarzaford. Those names are something else. Guys, can you just imagine with this guy, with all his intelligence, with all the degrees, with all the awards, being the best student and all of that, and he was really placed there, and yet they can just see add different. You can imagine the money he stacked and stuck into, transferring to his wife's account. If not for the US that got this information, the bank that got information that somebody who does not have a tangible income in the US, because she has not even regularized her stay there, so she's not working. How come she'll be getting this kind of money? You can imagine. So if not for the US bank that informed the FBI, or that informed the necessary agency, nobody would have known up to now. Nobody would have known. See the way they are siphoning our monies, and yet we will talk about it. There's no money for security, this and this and that, and these people are there, and you will just be wondering, oh, this man is brilliant. It's because of his brilliancy that got him all of this money, not knowing that these guys are stealing. You can imagine. Is this guy not? Is Yahoo Yahoo? Is he different from all these Yahoo Yahoo boys? Is he not worse than all these Yahoo Yahoo boys? You will say those ones did not have jobs, but now he has a good job. Yet he had that stealing into it, transferring that kind of amount of money to his wife. This is really terrible. If not for the American government, who would have known this? Nobody would have known this at all, because nobody would even suspect him. Someone says, you have disgraced your award and knowledge, unsatisfied human. Someone say, but he's a thief. Why is it that sharing at least 500k to Nigerians per annual, the so-called economists define it as will cause inflation, but one person to steal 12 billion naira or $17 million, the so-called economists close their eyes. Nigerian intellectuals, so disgraceful. I love Nigeria. I love Buhari administration, and happy new year to all the good governors. The general's wealth of knowledge, which earned him a satellite place in the academia at a global stage, is good enough for him to earn such money and even more. The authorities should look elsewhere for crooks that are everywhere in the country. Someone say, make una leave am alone. Most people in government today, from presidency to governors, have more than that in their accounts. Nobody or AFCC is looking at them. So what are this person talking about? So they should just leave him alone. Abi, they should leave them alone. These are the so-called real Nigerians. They should leave him alone. Someone say, shame on you for this comment. So you support a thief who looted funds meant for infrastructural development of people in Niger Delta. Abba, who do this to us as a nation? We complain about bad roads, failed schools and hospitals, and someone is doing this to his people. This guy, with what God has done for him, ought to take up leadership if his community after retirement. This is a lesson for all. You will see them big guys. Oh, they are big. All of them majority are just thieves. So that we just don't just generalize. Are they not thieves? You will see them. They will be telling you that they are leaders. Oh, when you even see his a resume, see his a portfolio, see his all his a CV, you just be wondering, wow, with all his academic backgrounds, you just be like, wow, this guy is extremely brilliant, and yet see what he's doing. And they must have trusted him to that level. Like I said, if not that the American government was able to arrest him or get to know the transfer being made to his wife's account, nobody would have known. And they say they are fighting corruption. How was he able to do all of that? Which bank? How come? This is very, very pathetic. So guys, I don't know what you think. Leave your comments below in the comment section, because this thing is too much. It's too much. Disgracing Nigerians and the country everywhere. You can imagine. Would you say because that guy does not have a job, that is why he's involved in that kind of a thing? You can imagine how much can you even spend a day? How much food do you want to eat in a day? He went to keep his wife in that place now, wiring millions of dollars into her account. So guys, leave your comments and let's say your take. Bye.